back, boys. Episode 13. Anything exciting happened this weekend?
Welcome.
This past weekend?
Yeah.
No. Watched a lot of the children, I feel like.
Yeah. I actually didn't even watch a single minute of sports.
I don't believe that.
That's not true.
You were watching the Commanders game.
You're
Yeah.
right. That's not true.
Tell the people what you came in wearing
Everyone was watching the Commanders.
I'm repping a Chris Cooley throwback jersey.
today. Michael is officially on the Commanders.
Hey, look, I've been saying it. I don't know if I've been saying it, but I've been thinking it. I'm a fan to one team, and that is the dollar bill. So you and me money, I rock your shit.
The green team.
I'm a part of the green team.
Michael had a large wager on the Washington Commanders, and they won in pretty astonishing
I do
fashion.
not like these.
Large. By large, what do you mean by large?
I don't think.
I'm pretty sure it was like a 60-yard Hail Mary to win the game with no time.
I think he threw it from the 35, so it was a 65-yard Hail
That's
Mary.
insane. He's got a cannon. For
He's got a cannon.
and a quick release too. Like it's just a flick. He's almost got a Rodgers type motion.
Yeah. Well, Rodgers nowadays, if he threw from the 35, he
Might get it to the
20.
30.
Yeah.
That was cool and all, but can we talk about
I got to document this. Him in a Redskins jersey. Old school Redskins jersey, by the way.
the man?
Cool.
Hey, I'm on the green team now.
Even more amazing than that was the dude taunting the crowd. Comes back in
to tip it.
to tip it.
Yeah.
Like talk.
So-
He's
karma.
the reason they lost.
Yeah.
Karma,
100%.
baby.
That's
let's
it.
let's rewind though, because he was also getting into it with Terry McLaurin. He was the same guy.
Oh, was that
if
him?
you see Terry McLaurin on the sideline because they got into it, he was saying, "You ain't shit. You ain't shit." He kept saying, and that I'm telling you, if you go back and watch the game, I'm sure people have done this. But he was probably the main one chirping the entire time. And for that to happen to him at the end of the game, the same guy that was antagonizing throughout the game, especially with Terry McLaurin, you know, he's pretty much chill for the most part. You get him pissed off and saying you ain't shit, that's something. But for him to be talking shit to the crowd at the very end, and then he sees the play happening. So then he goes in and he comes back and he goes in and he jumps and he's the one that tips the ball back to Noah Brown for the fucking game-winning touchdown. Crazy.
You can't fucking do that.
Crazy.
What, y'all's TVs are ahead of mine too, so I don't know what happened. I thought maybe y'all won like a parlay, or you had a Noah Brown for like a final catch or a touchdown on that final drive or something.
How delayed was it?
It was like probably 20 seconds.
So
Really?
what-
Is
y'all
that
were-
why you said what
That's
happened?
why I kept saying what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, because y'all are getting hyped. I'm
Damn,
here,
you were
my
way
fucking
off
God in
then.
there. I'm always behind you.
So you
guys.
don't,
Damn.
at that moment, you don't, like, what's going on in the game?
I had-
Is it still the kickoff?
I think they were just running the play where they did the out of bounds.
Oh, that's right. They did have the few
Yeah.
plays before. That's what
They
You
were
had to
playing.
like, did you rewind or did it like pause or something? Because that's
No,
way
dude,
behind.
I'm always behind you guys because like
You still on
watching the
Hulu?
same game. Yeah,
Hulu.
that's
Yeah,
probably
Hulu's a little bit
why.
farther behind
Yeah.
for some reason.
I didn't even realize anything had happened. I saw the video that Ashley sent of
Mhm.
you,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Oh, what?" I was like, "He didn't even." He would have told us what he hit by. Like I thought you hit a bet too.
That's what Ashley
And-
was saying. She was like, "Did you just hit a bet?" And I'm like, "Are you kidding me?"
No.
And you said it. I was like, "I ain't win shit." And then
And
this,
then
and then this motherfucker right here posted his. That's crazy.
What would have been your reaction had you had that bet I had?
Michael, I would have ran around outside, probably naked. I don't know. You know what? It's just another bet that you didn't send us.
I knew.
I wouldn't bet that. I wouldn't bet that.
Jacob
10%.
Jacob was sitting right next to me, and I
They
said,
put me in for a
I
10
said-
spot.
I said, I'm about to bet the Commanders big. I mean, you knew I had to bet.
Mhm.
Were you even following the end of the game when the Commanders were blowing it? Because I mean, the Commanders had the game in control the whole time, but they were settling for them field goals. And in my mind, I'm like, it's going to come back to bite you if Caleb Williams gets hot. And sure enough,
Once they
Yeah.
scored that first touchdown,
Yeah.
I knew we were in trouble.
the writing was on the wall. And then in my head, I'm just like, all right, is there, like, I'm doing the math. I'm like, can the Commanders still win by? Because I had a -1.5, and I didn't want to get, the field goals and stuff. I didn't want to
Get screwed.
just get
Yeah.
Win by
and-
one.
yeah. So I'm doing the math in my head. I'm like, all right, I think there's still a chance where the Commanders win. It's minimum by 2. So I guess if Bears had missed that 2-point conversion, it was 13-12, and they go down and kick a field goal, win 15-13, and still get the cover. But man, the way it ended, it's moments like those I wish were all like in a bar.
Oh, without a doubt.
For sure.
Drunk.
Yeah.
And something like that happens.
Yeah.
And it's just mayhem.
Yeah.
And fun that ensues afterwards, for sure.
Lots of fun.
Yeah.
Lots of fun.
Celebrations. It's fun when you're all on the side, though. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it would your friend texts you before he places a bet because he's got a tingle,
Yeah.
Well, hold on.
and then you're like, "Fuck it, let's ride."
Ride.
But like that didn't happen, so we couldn't. It wasn't
Right.
as
We-
fun
we
for
couldn't
you.
have that
I mean,
feeling.
it would have been a great experience.
Speaking of being on the same side, why do y'all keep doubting me? I don't understand this.
Here we fucking go.
We don't doubt
we
you.
weren't
We don't
doubting
even
you.
know what you're picking.
I had Jags plus 3.5, and I told you that for days, and y'all said it was a trash pick.
You've said that for 8 weeks, and they've
No,
been
I
like
didn't.
0-7
I
against
didn't
the
bet on
spread.
them in London.
All right, let's talk about this. Here's where you lose your credibility. I'm not. You know what you're doing, but you can't stay away from teams that are on the no bet list. How many times this year have you bet FSU? Almost every fucking
No.
bullshit.
How many?
I'll be honest with you.
6 out of
Probably,
9.
how many games have they played? 8.
Yeah.
I bet on them probably 3 to 4 times.
There was not a chance I was touching that Jags bet. Not a
Why,
chance.
though?
It's disgusting.
So what? It paid the same as any other bet.
We bet them before though, and the thing is, they totally fucked us.
Whether I got hooked with
Like
Jordan
Dennis
Love
said,
going
no,
out or not.
No bet list, dude. No
It does-
bet list.
Look. Okay.
and with who they're facing, I just didn't. I didn't see it
I don't.
happening.
If the situation's right, there are.
But then Jordan Love goes down, and then the game changes.
I just can't do
The game
it.
changes.
Once I cross you off the list, regardless if it's a good bet or not, I can't do it because if it loses, I'm gonna be pissed at myself.
It's going to hurt worse than the joy
a
you'll
week.
get if it wins.
Yes, because I'm
I got
like,
you.
I have principles.
I got you.
said no, and I did it anyways, and I lost money. That's why I feel that way.
I wanted to win that bet more for
Because
not
we were
just the
talking
money,
shit.
but because y'all doubted it so hard.
We just
So,
I will
didn't-
say me
I didn't-
personally,
I didn't
care.
doubt it.
I didn't care about it. I didn't doubt it. I just didn't like it.
You just didn't want.
I did not.
You
like
weren't willing
that.
to put your own hard-earned
I
dollars.
did not want to put, especially since we put up the sheet and made that new sheet. I did not want my reputation or our reputation on that by Jags. Jags is just disgusting. bet.
but I helped it. in the end.
Yes, you did. Yeah, and again, I said
And
you're right.
I
said
didn't.
you're right.
I didn't plan on putting money on the Jags. Like maybe a little bit, but the closer we got to game time, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to put my money where my mouth is, and I'm going to bet on the team that I love.
And I will say, I don't do that. Like me and we've all been pretty good. We like winning percentages as far as the Brolay bets go, like a single plays.
Yeah.
I don't think I bet a single one.
Well, I had who did I have at last week? Akron, and I did have them.
Yeah.
I didn't have them straight though. I had them in a parlay,
Right.
And I think the parlay.
I've done
lost.
that. Yep.
So
I've done that. Yep.
Hey, 6 in a row right here, guys, on the Brolay.
Yeah.
So
You are.
You're
I
undefeated.
should be straight betting them.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
And there was a couple underdogs too, like plus money.
yeah.
So, oh well, it's fun.
With the Brolay, let me say this. Well, I know we're back even now, so we're going around because we lost all of our money. So now
no, we got 40
We got
bucks
40
left.
bucks.
Oh, we got
left.
40 bucks left?
We're saving it for
40
this
bucks.
week.
Yeah.
I would say from now moving forward, I know we say bets. I don't know what DraftKings looks like. I don't look at DraftKings. So when I'm looking at FanDuel. So we need to figure out who's placing the bet. And then if it's that big of odds, like I didn't like it once you sent it to me. When I first initially checked that bet, like it was minus, I think 170 or 190. I can't remember what it was. And then for you to say it jumped up to fucking minus 240 something, I was like, ooh, that's fucking disgusting.
The odds are usually close, but there's times when like a game on.
And again, he was
FanDuel will be,
heavy.
like minus
He was heavy
115.
favored. At first, it was 2 touchdowns, so at 1.5, over 1.5. When I went back and looked at it again, it was the same. It was like minus 190, 2.5 touchdowns. When I saw it, it was just 1.5.
Yeah, so that's 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
really. Yeah.
Yeah, which I wouldn't have bet that for sure. I would have looked at something else.
Yeah, I feel like the touchdown odds, like I don't even include them anymore for quarterbacks because 2 touchdowns is like minus 200
Yeah.
at best case scenario.
Yeah,
It's
I
just
mean,
not even worth it.
The week before, Jordan Love, he wasn't that. Like it wasn't that favorite. I believe it was like a minus 125 or something along those lines.
He's thrown for
Yeah.
like 2 touchdowns in
Yeah.
almost every game this season.
But again, why I ran it back with him was they were going up against the Jags. The Jags are fucking terrible. So I was like, for sure he's got 2 touchdowns.
Well, even if he didn't get hurt, he might not have even gotten it.
I know, yeah.
Well, that's why it's
Just
hard
one of
to,
those games that are just fucking. You think that it's going one way and it doesn't.
once they get hot, like Kyron Williams and Derrick Henry, it's hard to bet those guys at minus 300 odds because it doesn't do anything for you. So the one week they don't score a touchdown, there's zero upside, and there's still risk. Like they're not going to score a touchdown every single week. It's just not going to happen.
I mean, they have been.
Yeah.
Derrick Henry and Kyron Williams have been
But there's going
scoring
to be a
every single
week where they don't score.
There's a ton of other value out there
Yes.
That's how I feel.
that you could find at close to even money.
Yeah,
so it's
I
just
agree.
throwing a minus
Or even
300
plus money.
on
Like,
a
there's-
$40 bet is. I mean, you're talking about pennies.
Dude, Terry McLaurin, I think his numbers have been in like the 60s for total over-under yards.
Yeah.
He's getting like a bomb a week that is almost pushing it past those numbers. He's going for 100 yards in almost every single game lately.
Yeah.
You know what I've found?
He's high 60s, I believe. Like his line.
Yeah, but
pretty
that's
much
crazy,
every,
dude. He's catching like a 50, 60-yard pass every
He's
single
getting
game.
at least 5-6 touches with yards.
If he's got single coverage, Jaden's going to Terry.
I mean, they went to him up the sideline for what, like 40-something yards, like right off the top.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
And he was 10 yards away, and
That should have been a
shoestring
touchdown.
tackle.
Oh,
yeah, it
it
should
should
have
have
been.
been.
If he
fucking
threw it out in
shoelace,
front of him.
shoelace tackle.
And he's got someone who can actually throw him the
He
deep
throws
ball.
a
Yeah.
great deep ball.
He does.
God, he puts those deep balls on the money.
Yep. And he just looks so comfortable in
Puts
the
it up-
pocket.
He looks
So
like a
comfortable,
veteran,
bro.
dude.
So comfortable.
He's poised.
And when he needs to get out, he gets outside the pocket, extends the play. I love to see it.
It was
Haven't had that in a minute for our team.
Micah Parsons, I guess he's a podcast now.
He's had one for like a year.
Yeah,
So it was
couple
him
years.
and Trayvon Diggs,
Trayvon
I
Diggs.
think, that were talking about Jaden Daniels, and they were like, is he a top 10 quarterback? And Parsons says, yeah, definitely. And Trayvon spoke up, and he was like, higher for sure. He's definitely better than just
Wow.
a 10th ranked quarterback.
Yeah.
It's hard to
I
argue.
would agree with that.
Yeah.
I mean,
You know what?
his stats right now.
I want to
literally
see.
the
I want to
one
see
of the
what
best
he
in the league right now.
does. I want to see what he does against the Giants because the Giants have a pretty decent front coming at them for a rush. I want to see him under a little bit more pressure.
I agree.
He is definitely comfortable in the pocket. I'm not saying he's not, but there have been and our offensive line has been playing crazy, and I love to see it. But I want to see, like, going back to the previous Giants game, like, he was under pressure, couldn't really do anything. Same thing, we couldn't put it in the fucking end zone. Like, we have to score. That's always been our downside. We get down to the red zone or just outside the red zone and we can't score. So we settle for a field goal. That game, we just kicked too many field goals.
I want to see too. When you start playing better teams, you're going to be down in the fourth quarter, and you're going to get an opportunity with 2 minutes left to come down and have a game-winning drive. We haven't really seen that yet. So pressure breaks
I
plays.
think they
so that'll
said-
be the true test.
I heard on the radio today that they are, minus 69 points differential, higher than any other team.
I mean, plus.
Well, whatever the difference, 69. So
yeah.
almost 70 point differential between, or that's what they are.
Like
percent.
total points scored.
Yeah.
Between who?
Yeah.
The Commanders and Giants?
Just themselves, just the Commanders themselves, like in the league itself. That's how many points
so
differential
they've
they are.
won
for the,
total
yes.
by 69 more points, and
Yes.
they've let up.
Total
Yeah.
between all 8 games.
Oh, I got
which
you.
is pretty crazy. Like, that's a lot.
The defense is playing good too.
Offense has been putting up a lot of points. Defense has been playing very well.
Pressure
Yeah.
lately has been insane.
Yeah.
I mean, Caleb Williams was under attack the entire game. He only completed 10 passes.
Yeah, he
It's
could-
amazing they were even in the game.
He couldn't do anything the first half.
He didn't throw the ball over 10 yards the first half.
I think they went 3 and out every single drive.
Yeah, it seemed that way.
They controlled that entire game besides the last 3 drives.
Mm-hmm.
The last 3 drives of the game, it was going the other way. And it just sucks because you know that they had that game in the bag. They just couldn't get the touchdowns when they were down there, man.
That big play to Swift was huge for momentum. That got him going.
Yeah. I can't believe he didn't step
Touchdowns
up.
called back. That Zach Ertz. What do you think about that Zach Ertz touchdown? When he was falling to the ground, he had control of it, and then the defender came and pushed. It looked like he pushed it out, but
Yeah,
they're saying that the ball hit the ground. Like,
I think it was
that's
a
just
catch.
crazy.
And even the analyst, the referee
Yeah, that
analyst
was
that comes
definitely
on,
a
he said it
catch.
was a catch, and then it was ripped
Catch.
out after. It was
Yeah.
like 2 seconds after he was already on the
Yeah.
ground.
But they're saying like they were trying to explain like the ball hit the ground, but even if it does, it has to move. But they say his hand was like kind of like moving around, and then the defender came in and blew the ball out kind of at the same time he was rolling.
Did they call it a touchdown?
They called it a touchdown on the field, and then it was reviewed. I believe.
Yeah.
I think it was
Stance.
So they
because
called it
because people
they called
had
it incomplete.
because people had Zach Ertz for the tight ends
Yeah.
day thing. So they were talking about that another tight end,
Mhm.
What do you think about? I don't remember who it was. The guy who caught that ball and the 1 foot landed twice.
Pickens,
yeah.
George Pickens.
Yeah, Pickens. Yeah, that was tough, man. He
Dude,
scored twice.
you
in
got to
the fucking
count
game.
that. You got to count that.
I had a Pickens and a Malik Neighbors.
I
too.
tailed you on that. That looked good. I like that. It was simple, man. Simple.
What- the
2
only thing
touchdowns and just Russell Wilson throwing over 197 yards.
The reason I didn't like it because I'm like, everybody in America has to be on this exact same parlay.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but
A lot of
in our first podcast, we kind of counted the Steelers out.
We did. We did. Not Dennis.
Not Dennis.
Dennis.
Not-
Dennis was on them.
but have you seen their schedule coming up? It's going to be from here on out. It's going to really tell.
Is it difficult or?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But they've always, even when they were not as good as they are, I think right now, like they've always played the Ravens tough. They beat the Ravens twice last year
The Ravens did
with like
not
their
look-
third string quarterback.
So
They did not look good this past weekend.
The Browns always play them tough. Though.
Yeah, they
the
do.
Ravens struggle in the
They do,
division.
yes.
They have for years,
Yeah.
even against inferior teams.
So they got Commanders, Ravens, Browns, Bengals, Browns, Eagles, Ravens, Chiefs, Bengals.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's tough.
That's a tough
tough.
way to end. Going in it.
But
What's their record now?
But
6
they've
and-
stayed. They've stayed consistent.
6-2.
So they can maybe go 500.
I should have parlayed the Steelers to win the division and the Commanders.
Yeah, that'd be silly.
That would have been sick.
Yeah.
All right, so let's do that. Who do we think is going to win each division? Let's start with NFC East. Who we got? Who we looking at?
I'm gonna have to look. I can't remember. Divisions off the top of my
I'm
head.
taking the Commanders.
It's hard to
They're
argue.
saying,
against
they're saying Commanders versus Eagles.
They're 4 games over 500. Let's say they break even from here on out for the rest of the year. I think. What is that? 12-5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that gets it done.
Well, remember that parlay we put in on the first episode for division winners?
Yeah, what was it? You still got it, right?
Yeah, I got it
Oh,
right here.
shit, that's
You wanna
right.
run through it
That's
real
right.
quick?
Yeah.
See how
Let's
we're
do
doing.
it.
There's a bona fide loser right off the top.
Oh, man.
Jets.
Oh, yeah.
The goddamn
That
Jets.
was-
That's a loser.
I wish I could have that one back.
Texans to win the AFC South. Ravens, AFC North. Chiefs, that's going to win. Eagles to win the NFC East. The Falcons, I think they are leading their division.
Yep.
The Lions and the 49ers. So everything looks pretty good except for the Jets.
Houston's not playing great either. I mean, depending on their schedule down the stretch,
They're still 6-2
Can
though.
we?
Are they?
Should
Yeah.
we? Can we hedge that right now?
We can cash out. Cash out is $13 on a $100 bet.
let it ride.
It's definitely going to be Buffalo.
How is it still 13? How are the Jets even like? They got to win out.
You would,
Yeah.
Which is not.
Josh Allen's got to tear his ACL tomorrow, and
Don't say that, man, because everything you've been saying about people getting hurt and all this, it's
Yeah.
been happening.
Houston's 6-2. Somehow.
God, same way the Chiefs are. I mean, they're just winning ugly.
You be spreading that bad juju.
What are you talking
We
about?
don't need any more injuries, man. We've had so
I've been
many
spreading good
parlay
juju.
busted.
I've got Josh Allen in fantasy. I can't afford that.
Speaking of bad
That just
juju,
took me down this week.
Jacob,
Fucker.
another Brolay loss.
Whatever. I wasn't the only one.
You weren't.
Yeah.
Well, I talked to my mom today. You know,
I don't want to hear what Karen has.
she
to
was
say.
like,
I would love to hear what she
Karen gives me enough shit
Let's hear it.
just for being on this earth.
just for breathing.
You know, just for breathing.
she said,
And I really don't.
Let's hear it. Come on.
Hey, let me have it.
She-
Like son, like mother, or like mother, like son. I guess.
she
So,
said, did y'all win your Brolay? And I said, no, 2 people lost, Jacob and Tony. She's like, God, Jacob, he sucks.
I thought it was funny this weekend. We were like, yeah, just waiting. We still need Jacob's pick. I'm like, nah, we're good.
I wish
3-legger.
I wish I had a bout out of that one.
My mom also wanted me to tell you that she doesn't want to hear about your dad's LSD stories anymore, okay? So you can keep that to yourself.
Leave his.
I think she's got
reputation
some.
alone.
She's got
Leave
some
Marky
secrets
Mark
that she
alone.
needs to tell too. Maybe we should have her on the podcast one time. She can share her secrets.
I told her, I said, you want me to just call you during so you can just bitch at Jacob the whole time?
like how he calls his mom.
Get
be
that shit
hilarious.
together.
All right, Mom.
I'm picking celebrity pick. That's what we should do. Celebrity pick.
Yeah,
Should have your mom
we
pick
should
for
have your
Jacob.
mom pick.
Give me the red team.
We should do.
Your mom
I'm
should
gonna
pick
have
for Jacob.
I'm gonna have River.
Oh,
I'm gonna have River pick.
River Locks.
another
Wow.
another interesting thing happened this weekend. So we had the golf tournament on Friday for Amanda's work, which was cool. Shout out, we got 6th place and we shot 6 under. So Fuck off.
6 under.
I was sized. I mean,
Did they give y'all mulligans or anything?
You could buy them.
Yeah, you didn't buy 'em?
Me and Amanda did not. Her boss and the other guy bought, I think, 3 or 4 each.
Do they do string?
What is that?
So they give you like 3 feet of string. So basically, if
arm's
you get
length.
it within that string,
It counts.
It counts as a putt. That's where the value is, because making putts is the
No,
name
I
of the
don't.
game.
I never. They didn't say nothing about that. I don't know.
Well, and if you nut it close,
Yeah, if you
Get
hit it within 3 feet, that's a 2
Yeah.
or a 1 on a par
we
3.
we didn't do that. So, anyways, I guess that day we were talking about Amanda wants to go to the Sand in My Boots festival, the Morgan Wallen festival. I'm like, no, that's a $5,000 trip. We just did Post Malone. Like, no, that's just it's we're going to Disney.
Is that the one I sent in the?
Yeah, I think so. So we're sitting there talking after the tournament, and she's like, "Give me your phone. I want to put in a parlay, and if it hits, we're going to go to the festival." I'm like, "All right, sure." So she picks 6 random college teams
Just off the cuff.
off the cuff, right? And she's like, "All right, how much is $10 going to win me?" I said $399. And she's like, "Oh."
Not so easy, is
She's
it?
like, "That's
Yeah.
that sucks. What if you do?" Because that was money line. She's like, "What if you do spread?" I'm like, "All right, let me do all the spreads. Do all the spreads." I'm like, "That'll get you $499." She's like, it's not even worth it." So I didn't put it in. Well, the next, on Saturday, after the 12 o'clock games, or just at the end of the 12 o'clock games, I looked at her first 2 12 o'clock games, and
Winners.
both of them won. Well, actually, I'm sorry, one. No, her first game was Friday night. It was I think it was Boston College. Yeah. They covered, and then 12 o'clock games, 1 won and 1 pushed. Right, so she was 2-0 at that point, and she had 2 going at 3:30 and 1 at 7. So I said, "Babe, your first couple picks won. You would still be alive if we put that parlay in." So I said, "You know what? I'm going to take your next 2 plays. I'm going to put $100 on it, and if it hits, I'll give you the money. It was only $215. The damn next 2 hit."
Well, you had, what was the?
So then going into the final leg, she had Miami, right? But on Friday, it was minus 20.5. But just before kick, it went up to 22.5. So I called her. I said, "Baby, you want to put all this money, all this profit on Florida State or Miami?" And she's like, "I didn't really like Miami, but
Just don't do it.
let's do it."
She
Let's
had
She
Miami
just
at
had a
first.
feeling, and
Yeah,
didn't-
yeah.
She had Miami. No. She had Miami at first.
She knew Florida State was
Michael-
blacklisted.
Michael talked her out of it because he was like, "I'm already on Florida State
Did they cruise?
Florida State
For
lost by
sure.
22.
for
Oh,
sure."
on the number.
So if I had bet Florida State plus 22.5, she would have won.
Wow.
But when she put it in originally on Friday, it was minus 20.5, so it would have won then as well.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Yeah.
in the end, her parlay that we never put in on Friday would have gone 5-0 and 1, and would have, I don't even know what the payout would have been.
You would have been at Sand in My Boots concert or whatever it is.
No, not for
That'd
$300.
get you like a quarter of a ticket. I'll have to
3
I'll have to-
beers.
It's that much. That concert is that much.
Yeah,
Really?
It's like
Yeah, I
$1,000 a
think
ticket.
Where's it at?
a regular ticket is $1,000.
Gulf Shores in Alabama, which it's like 10 miles away from Pensacola.
Probably expensive.
Well,
down there.
dude, as much as I would like to go to something like that, I just think back to our Morgan Wallen concert, and I got tired of sitting there waiting for Morgan Wallen to come on. I'm like,
Well, this is
different.
This is multiple stages. Like
kind of like the Ocean's Calling thing, where they have like
can't-
multiple-
I
You didn't
just
go to-
can't hang for 3 straight
You
days
didn't-
and watch music.
Yeah.
like you didn't go to Tortuga, but Tortuga was a blast.
Yeah, we went
Yeah,
to
but y'all
Tortuga.
were young. That was what, 10
What-
years ago?
We're still young. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
dude,
Christ, Dennis.
25 and 35
Hey.
is different.
can't hang like I used
You
to.
can't. No, definitely can't. I don't want to.
Nah.
That's the thing. I don't even want to.
You got
Well,
you
it's
got-
it's, dur-
you got
it's
me
during
for
the
2
day,
days.
Was that really that long ago?
and then there's a couple at night, but you can leave.
I don't know
We
what
should
year
You ever pay
was it.
$1,000 a ticket
It's
and leave?
2024 right now,
Well,
Jacob.
no, Tortuga was not $1,000.
Was that 2012? 2011?
I don't know. That's a good question.
That was a long time ago.
That was.
That entire trip was a fucking disaster. That was a shit show and a half.
Dude, our rental house lost power for a day in Fort Lauderdale in April, and it's hot as shit.
No power, no
No
like,
AC.
Someone
we get back from the bar and we're just like swimming in the pool, which is now turning green because there's no power. But it was like the only way to cool down.
Yeah, people were sleeping outside.
No
Someone
shit show.
broke something, cut their foot.
There's blood all over
Blood
the floor.
everywhere, and we didn't even see, we couldn't see it.
Oh,
We couldn't
meanwhile-
see all of it till the next day.
Meanwhile, while we're renting the house is currently active on the market. And we had people coming by
Showing
to
it.
tour it while we're in there partying.
Oh,
I hope y'all got a huge
Oh,
discount on
no.
that.
And
That's crazy.
No, the house it was like a multi-million-dollar house, but it was
That's
very
crazy,
outdated.
though.
And
It's
I remember
rented. It's rented. Why are they in there
I
getting
remember
showing?
saying
that's
to one of the
Yeah.
buyers, or somebody said to one of the buyers, sorry about the mess or whatever. He's like, "Oh, it's all good. I'm tearing this down if I buy it, building a new one."
What?
Yeah,
dude, it was
stupid
like
money,
7,
dude.
10 million,
Yeah,
something like that.
Stupid money.
Back then,
Tearing it down and going to build
tearing it-
another one.
dude,
Yeah.
there was two like 100-foot yachts parked out back. One of them had a crew on it. I think a couple people went on there and was hanging out with the crew for a little while. It was
Y'all were out there
it was
living,
crazy.
dude.
Yeah, it was nuts.
It was a
Y'all
good
were
trip.
living.
But yeah, so that's kind of
Yeah, y'all ain't doing that
along
now.
the same lines as the Morgan Wallen.
No, I'm good.
They ain't doing
Hey,
that.
y'all
now.
let me know how it was.
Yeah, but, hey,
Well, I told Amanda, I said, I don't even want to do that anymore. Like, cause you're packed in there like sardines. I said, I don't want to do that
No.
anymore unless, I don't think I want to do that because it's too tight. She's like, oh yeah, I don't want to do it either. That's why we'd have to get VIP. And I'm like, how much is that? Oh, 1,500 a ticket
Gee.
minimum.
they got some.
There's
big,
only 3,000 people in VIP.
There's some big names at that.
I'll
show,
resort
though.
back to my original.
I would
segment where I talk
love
about
Dwight-
concerts.
Dwight Yoakam.
I'd love to do it.
T-Pain.
That's a
But
no for
I'm
me,
just-
dog.
Hey, somebody's going to have TikTok video of that joint.
Right.
I'll check it out.
I'll watch it back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looked like a good time. That's what I heard about the Ocean's Calling, where people are just packed in. Like, you could not move. People were losing cell phone service. Like, you couldn't contact anybody. Like, you had to, like, my buddies that went, they said that they set like a meeting spot because they couldn't make phone calls or nothing. So it's like, at this time, we'll meet back here so we know if we get lost or whatnot, going to the bathroom or whatnot. He said it was a crazy madhouse,
Wait,
bro.
25.
And that's out
for
on
a
the
beer.
that's out on the beach, kind of like that is right. It was a like festival on the beach. Is that what Tortuga is?
Yeah. Look,
Crazy.
I
Nope.
I love doing those things, but for me, the thrill of going and doing these things isn't the event itself. It's just getting a kid-free weekend.
It's the vibes.
It's
yeah.
the like the event is the reason you're going, but I'll bail out of there in
The
a heartbeat and
build-up.
go to the bar
The build up
and
is
just
better.
to go
Right.
fucking chill,
Yeah.
do whatever. But like it's just the concert isn't the attraction for me, the total attraction at least. Like
Agreed.
It's the build up.
Right. The build-up is fun,
when you
too.
get there, you're like, hell yeah, we're about to have fun
That first night,
times.
you know
Yeah.
it's about to
Start
get
No
fucking-
responsibilities.
Start fucking pre-game in,
Yeah.
fucking beer.
you don't got you don't put anybody to
Flip
bed.
cup.
You don't got to put anybody to bed.
Yeah,
you are
nope.
out
just
there on the
yourself.
balcony singing karaoke, fucked up,
Living.
treating everybody living.
sleep in a little bit.
LIVIN, living.
Yeah, we got a big week next week.
Y'all about
That's-
to be living too.
It's a different kind of living. There's gonna be no sleeping in. There's gonna be no relaxation. There's
Y'all
gonna
gonna be
no
up
rest.
early with Mickey Mouse eating
Yeah.
pancakes.
Did you
Yeah,
book,
and this
did
shit-
you book that? Did you book that? Like, I just woke up.
Did you see the video?
This shit is no different than going to that.
Yeah,
It's
it is.
probably
You
worse.
got kids.
Yeah.
and
You
it's
got
more
kids to
and
take
it's
care
more
of.
expensive.
Yeah.
Did you see the video that I forget? I don't even know who sent it, but it was in our Disney chat on Instagram, and the guy was like, asking, just saying like, all right, if Space Mountain is open right now, 4:00, are we going? Oh, you hesitated. I don't like that. I can't trust you. You hesitated. You're not ready. You're not ready.
Quick enough.
You're not ready for Disney.
Gotta be on the move. Gotta be on the move.
It's a blast, but it's work. Like that is.
Yeah.
It's hard to call that a vacation.
In the evening time, you're like,
You know,
Yeah.
the vacation for that trip will be the resort days when we're not at a park.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, they may not be the most fun, but they'll be the most downtime for us.
They might be though.
Maybe.
They
Yeah.
might be the most
Maybe.
fun.
you're
we
gonna be
have.
at, you're gonna be good. You're gonna be at the pool, be hanging out,
Yeah.
drink a couple beers,
food, good food.
food, reset,
Don't gotta rush
and then,
anywhere.
and then the next day you're
Got
gonna be
nothing
up,
to do.
back at it,
Yep.
back at it.
There's something about it though. I mean, it really is hard to explain why it's so
Addicting. Why people
addicting.
get addicted.
why
to
people
Disney.
spend their life savings to go, because it is a lot of work.
There's legit people out there that go goddamn every fucking month. Or
Oh, yeah.
every year, multiple times a year. Like that's crazy.
When
I
I
don't know how they do that.
look
shit.
when
Kudos to them, but
I wake up on like park days, in my head I'm playing like Eye of the Tiger. like it's
game on.
It's about to
Yeah.
go down. Like let's
Yeah.
fucking go.
Well, because it's a bunch of money, so you want to make sure like you get
Do
your money's
everything,
worth.
yep.
Exactly. You want to get there early. You want to wake up early. You want to maximize like all the attractions.
Do they still have the Fast Pass or Genie
That's a whole
Plus?
nother story.
Genie-
Me and Jacob
Genie
were
Plus.
talking about that before
It
y'all
was
got
Genie
in there.
Plus when
It's
we
Genie Plus, but they bend you over like a mofo,
Yeah,
dude.
then some of the rides
It's another $500 on top of the ticket prices.
some of the rides do virtual queues, which
you set a time to go in there. Or?
you have to just pay money.
You got to
Like,
get lucky. You got to wake up at the butt crack of dawn.
Yeah.
You got to refresh your app at like as soon as it opens at 7:00 in the morning. You got to hope you get lucky. It could be at 10:00 at night.
Yeah.
It could be first thing in the morning, or you can pay $25 a person and they give you a time.
I guess that's kind of good though because you can plan your day around that. So at least you know when you're in the park, you have a certain time that you need to be somewhere because you reserve. Yeah,
But it never
sucks because you could essentially like old times when we went or any theme park, you walk around, you just get on a ride whenever fuck you want to get on a ride. You know,
it
Now
never
it's
goes
like-
smooth though.
no,
No, it never.
you're
does.
bouncing all. That's
You have
downfall.
you have a time and then you're still waiting in line.
Well, this is
That's
what
crazy.
happens.
Yeah.
You can
That's
only
crazy.
book what 2 at a time, I think.
something like that.
So let's say you got one in the afternoon or, late, or evening, and you got one in the morning. You do your one in the morning, then you open up another one. Well, if you're on one side of the park and you open up that after you get done with that ride, and you look, oh, there's a opening at this park or this ride, but it's on the other side of the park. Then you're
sprinting across
you're
the park all
sprinting
day
yeah,
long.
it's sometimes it works, it's smooth and it goes in sequence, but a lot of times it's just you're just boom, 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 you're bouncing.
I think the key is, especially when you're going with kids and little kids like we have, I think you just got to say, okay, this is a list of stuff I want to do. I'm going to do that, and everything else is a bonus, and not stress in between. Otherwise, you're going to drive yourself absolutely mad. You're not going to have fun. It's going to be more work.
Do y'all know if y'all are relatively close in the hotel?
No clue.
Our
won't-
rooms?
Yeah, your rooms.
I'm not sure.
And I heard it's a big
That's-
resort too.
That's the
It-
thing
it
that
is
kind of
big.
sucks with like going with multiple people. It's like you're not close. Like once the night ends, it's like you're kind of stuck. It's either the guys or the girls. Type
Once
of
that
thing.
night ends and
I
I get back
feel
to that
you.
hotel room,
I feel you're
bro,
crashing.
that's over.
Yeah, I feel you're crashing. But again, like there are some times where you want to have that like downtime, like as
Yeah.
adults. You lay the kids down, hang out for.
I'm sure the down
hour and a
days will
half.
be that.
Yeah, for sure. You know, it's just nice having that extra.
Yeah.
Thank God our wives kind of handle the whole fast pass booking stuff. At least, I mean, Lauren usually does that for y'all, right?
She does. I got on at work this morning and booked one, or I did the Hollywood Studios and she did the other 3.
Yeah, Amanda went over to Cassidy's this morning. They booked all that stuff. But I mean, just in park during the day, like Amanda's like, all right, we're here at this time.
Oh,
We gotta go
yeah,
this
yeah,
way.
yeah.
And I'm just
I just do what I'm told.
What about you?
following
What
it.
about you,
Do what I'm
Jacob?
told.
What about you, Jacob?
Hey,
what you gonna be doing?
I'm just here, baby.
I'm just living.
I'm just here.
LIVIN.
You tell me where we gotta go, and
What time we
What Jacob-
All right, cool.
Jacob, what park y'all doing first?
Disney World.
I don't even.
Jacob, what
Hey,
resort are we
I
staying
don't, I
at?
don't even know what time we're leaving.
What resort are we staying at?
Hey,
What airline are you flying on?
staying at a Disney resort.
You don't
Southwest.
You don't know the resort?
No,
Oh my god!
no.
I don't think honestly, I don't think you've known this entire time. Like it's, I don't even think like you probably
You
were
know,
in the presence of somebody talking about it, but it didn't register with you.
you just tell me
Yeah,
where we're going, and I'm good.
you're there.
I don't need to know everything else.
Hey, just remember, wherever you go, there you are.
That's
Dad joke.
Got him.
Who said that? David Ramsey.
Dave Ramsey.
Hey,
Fuck that guy.
Tatum's at 29 points,
How much time's left?
128.
Oh, I think that cash.
He just went to 30.
Oh, that cash. Oh, we're good.
Yeah, 25.
I will say the
That wasn't looking good.
MLB is no different than the NFL.
What do you
No, it's
mean?
tough.
Rigged.
Tough.
Oh, rigged.
Baseball is
There's
just
no
a
way they're
streaky,
not going
streaky
to-
sport. So you've got to like basically just pick a few guys and just pound them till they get hot, and then ride them till they're hot, and then make as
Yeah.
much money as you can, and then eventually just say, "All right, that's it."
Well, I mean, even now, like they would never let the Dodgers sweep the Yankees. Like they would never let it happen.
Who's that?
The fan that
That-
tried to grab the ball in a Mookie's
That was
glove.
hilarious.
That's the-
Literally, like ripped his glove open. It's like,
I loved how
you
his
see,
friend was grabbing Mookie's other arm. Was like, no, you're not getting this ball.
Did you see? Gronk knew that guy.
Yeah, I've seen that
Yeah.
video.
Like went to school with him or something.
Yeah. Of course, Barstool invited him to their office today.
I saw that.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That was kind of a scumbag move. Like,
Oh,
You
without a
can't do
doubt.
that.
You can't do that, dude.
but they're saying he might have saved the Yankees season.
But did you hear his
do
explanation?
they not call that a catch?
They did, but somehow the Yankees rallied and won game one or won their first game of the
That had
series.
nothing to do
I know,
with fucking anything.
but they need a storyline. They need a storyline.
The Yanks are done.
Whatever makes them feel better.
They're done. The Yankees are
They're going to win tonight.
They're winning.
lose
They're
tomorrow.
winning tonight. 5-0 right now.
It's fine. LA's going to go home and close that first one out, and everybody's going to be like, oh, the Yankees had hope. Nope.
No.
It's curtains.
When you sent that ticket, well, I don't think it was you. One of y'all sent the ticket in the group with the futures, and it had the Dodgers winning the World Series.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see the date underneath of it? That's my comment. It said
Yes.
October 30th on it. So I was like, huh, that's kind of weird.
Oh,
Which
that
is
is weird.
They're thinking that this motherfucker's going to end today. That's why I went in on the Dodgers. I was like, it said October 30th on the ticket. I was like, that's kind of odd, especially if Game 7 isn't until what, November or something. Whatever,
Little
maybe
tinfoil
November
hat.
2nd, maybe.
Little tinfoil hat moment. I saw something right before I came over. Apparently, ABC broadcasted on the bottom of the screen, like the banner,
I seen that.
the election results for Pennsylvania.
I
Yeah.
seen that.
They're like,
I saw
oh,
that.
it was
It's a
randomly generated. It was a test. It's like, why don't you just leave it blank?
Well, why do you need to test it now?
Yeah,
Why do you put names in it?
it was wild, dude.
Why
That
don't you?
was
Why don't you
wild.
just have that alert pop up
Yes,
with nothing on it?
Right.
You can still have it something to where it
Exactly. To show that-
scrolls but nothing.
exactly.
You know,
Yeah, that was wild.
I will say, like,
was that
being,
before or after Trump tweeted that Pennsylvania's rigged or something? He tweeted something.
I can't remember. It was. I just saw it today, so I'm assuming it was with.
there's
last night.
there's all kinds of shit already coming out with like the Dominion machines are fucking up already.
Dude, we live in a third world country. As much as we
I
don't
know.
want to admit it,
Oh.
we do. It's crazy.
It's fucking Cuba over here, Venezuela.
It's weird.
I will say, being a betting man like you guys are, I don't
Like
see
you guys are.
I don't see how.
this guy.
Dude had. Oh my goodness, I've heard it all. Go ahead.
What do you want me to? I mean,
All
what do
right,
you want me
let's
to say?
hear it.
Have you seen the poly market betting
Oh yeah,
for the election that they
yeah.
had?
It's a landslide.
That's got to tell you a lot. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot of money. I don't remember the dollar amount that
It was like
is like
40 million.
Yeah, that's a lot of fucking money for it to not happen.
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah,
what
I
mean?
agree.
Pivoting away from politics, can we talk about Jacob's punishment?
Hold on, I want to talk about something before that.
He said,
Um,
"Hold that."
Before y'all give me a bunch of shit,
Oh, here we go.
I would, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
Really?
What does that mean?
You got your Christmas tree up, Dennis.
Uh,
We got 2 Brolay members with their fucking Christmas tree up, and it's not even Halloween yet.
well, much like
This
Michael,
is
we
getting
bought a
out
new Christmas tree this year as well.
He made you go.
It has
buy
been
a
sitting in the
Christmas
garage for a while now, and Lauren was like, "I'm tired of looking at these Halloween decorations. You want to put the Christmas tree up?" And I'm like, "Yeah, let's put all the Halloween stuff away. Put that away. Put the Christmas tree up." And look, I don't have a single regret. I ain't mad about it. Flick that Christmas tree on at night with the fireplace. The vibes are high in the Morgan household right now.
WWMT. What would Michael do in this situation?
Tony's
He'd
just
pull it out
mad.
of the box and put it up. Fuck it. We're putting the fucking Christmas tree up.
Tony's trying to avoid Christmas altogether this year because apparently the parlays haven't been hitting, so Ashley's got no Christmas money.
Nope. I am a huge Christmas guy.
I'm gonna have
pretty good.
I'm a huge Christmas guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you've
I've
been
been
doing good.
doing good. Yeah,
got some Christmas jingle.
I've been doing okay.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna
Lately,
consult-
last 2 weeks, not so good. Making heavy bets that are just fucking crushing me. Crushing me.
It's crazy, dude. You
It
could have
sucks,
like
but it
3
is what
good
it is.
weeks.
Yeah.
And like as soon as you're starting to feel yourself and you start stepping up your bets a little bit, it goes so quick and you're like, what happened?
But you know what? I only need one.
Oh yeah.
One nice little bet to hit for a couple thousand, even 1,000.
There's only winners and quitters. You just got to
Back-
decide what side you're on.
I think that should be the tattoo.
Winners and quitters. I like it.
Winners or quitters.
So this week, I will say I started out fresh. I told myself, put $200 in my bank, put $100, make 2 $100 bets. But I held myself. I was like, let me do one, and I'll do a $50 bet. Kept 50 in my bank. Hit my $100 bet, lost my $50 bet. So I'm still up, right? Doing good.
Mm-hmm.
Placed my money on Houston. Lost. Because I had them -4.5. Lost that one. I put them in a parlay that I sent y'all. That one was looking real good. And I forget the team that crushed me at the very end. I forget who it was. But I had a 4-leg spread parlay, money line, whatever it was. That was looking great. And then the last leg, it crushed me by the hook or whatever it was. Have to look at it.
You talking about NFL or college?
NFL. But
I know
I started fresh. College, I hit.
You lost
my
it.
$100 bet hit. My $50 bet lost. Then I transitioned over to NFL. Same thing. I went after Houston, and then
Was your $50 bet the SMU parlay?
no, it wasn't a parlay. It was a straight bet. I told myself I was just straight betting because I was like, you were talking about Keith doing it, so I was like, you know what? Let me just start fresh, stay even, don't put in some silly ass parlays. And I did that.
Good job.
I put in the one spread parlay, and then I put in one just anytime touchdown because they were talking about the tight ends. I didn't do all tight ends. I wish I did.
We missed the golden
Oh,
opportunity.
Yeah.
oh God, did we?
But see, I Googled that, and it just said it's not a day. They were just amping it up. But George
It's a
Kittle,
fucking day now.
I know it's a day now. George Kittle was interviewed or something, and it had to be around this date because it started to generate buzz again.
Yeah.
He had made a comment years ago saying he scored 2 touchdowns or even touchdown. I said it's National Tight Ends Day or whatever. So he said in the thing, because when I looked, I was like, when is National Tight Ends Day? And it came up with a date or whatever around this time, and it said why, and it had George Kittle. Every Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday is National Tight Ends Day, or Monday National Tight Ends Day. So I was like, oh, he's just saying it generic. Like anytime tight end score, it's National Tight End Day. So they kind of rode with that this weekend because it was around this time that he made that comment.
This time next
And
year,
it fucking
I'm putting in 10 different
Oh,
anytime touchdown scores.
There
and
were
if I
so
don't
many.
kill me,
16 touchdowns, 177 receptions between tight ends.
So many big
Alone?
parlays cashed this weekend off like
Crazy.
$10.
crazy.
Some like
Who was it? Kyle Pitts. Did Kyle Pitts score 2?
He got 2.
And then K. Dotton scored
got 2.
2 in the same fucking game, bro.
yeah.
4 touchdowns between 2 tight
That
ends. in one game.
alone
Like,
would have
come
paid
on.
$10,000 at least off $25. Had to.
No, somebody had it. Somebody parlayed it.
It had to be stupid.
I don't remember. I
odds.
think
Like
it
a
was
couple thousand or
$5
something like
to win 5,000 maybe or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So $25 would have been
that.
25.
Yeah, nice little fucking payday.
Yeah.
That would have been
It would
stupid.
have been a silly fucking $25 bet. Like,
Jeez,
nah, fuck it. I'll throw
please.
$25 at this. $25 bonus bet.
I did the
Fuck,
same
boom.
thing.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Yeah. I'm good for the year.
Disney, here I come.
It ain't going to get any better than that.
Sand in my boots. Here we come, brother.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Where's the VIP?
VIP. I am the V in the VIP, motherfuckers.
How do I walk out with Morgan? How much does that cost?
And we need a PJ too.
Man, how lucky. I wish I could be that lucky, man.
I wish we
Wish
were
I
just
could.
all in on the same play one time and it just hit.
It hits. Yeah,
For like at least $10,000. That would be amazing.
We got to make it happen. Let's do something this weekend.
How
Just
sick would it
we
be?
should. Let's
if
cook
a
one up this
crazy
weekend.
fucking
Yeah.
parlay touchdown.
Just something
anytime
stupid.
touchdown
yeah,
parlay.
just something stupid.
And just go after it.
Yeah, I'm with it.
I did the same thing you did, Tony. Kind of cleared my mind.
Yeah.
Started fresh.
Yep.
Started with college. Put in 50, hit the first one. Lost the next 2. Then I said, okay,
He's back.
Sunday's a new day.
Yep.
Hit a prop. I don't even remember what it was. Lost the next 2.
Well, I also did that
Smoked.
ladder too. Did you do the second leg?
I tried.
ladder?
I started.
What'd you say
ladder,
earlier?
Fucking.
You didn't
What'd you say
process
earlier?
it through?
Like to gamble like y'all do. It sounds like something.
Right.
I like to
Little
gamble.
problem.
I like to gamble like y'all do.
What are we doing over here?
1-800-188-GAMBLER.
No, I didn't do the ladder
The
on
second-
Sunday
the-
night.
The second leg, yeah.
The
I did.
Steelers.
It wasn't looking good. At
I didn't
first.
see it actually.
I didn't see.
Well,
it.
I didn't
that's
watch
how I missed the last one when we were doing it. Was I didn't think that he was going to come back on a Sunday night or a Monday night parlay or whatever for the ladder. So I wasn't paying attention to it. I just figured he was just going to do the 1 p.m. games and then Monday night game. But he hit the Sunday night game and I missed it.
All right, here's a hot take for this week, and I know it's hard to swallow. Rodgers is gonna cook.
Tomorrow.
Yes. Rodgers, Devontae Adams, Tutty. Rodgers 250, maybe even press him up to 270 if you want to. If you're going to go
All right.
bigger money,
No way.
250.
He hasn't thrown over.
Devontae Adams, 100
times.
yards and a touchdown.
Here's what I'm thinking. Look, so the line is the Jets -1.5 against a 6-2 Houston. They are depleted at wide receiver. I will give you that.
Yep.
But
Is Nico coming back?
No,
no,
He's not back
not
this
for
week.
2 weeks.
this line, I seen somebody say it on Twitter, and I could not agree more. This line screams to me:
What the fuck?
take an unranked 3-4 UCF against the undefeated 17th ranked BYU.
Yeah. That's
Like-
burned us all season, though.
That's what I'm saying. So normally I would look at them and say, "Oh, I'm taking the Jets." I think I might bet the Texans.
Yeah.
That's
Especially
the way it's
after,
worked this year.
especially
You know what I mean?
after
Like,
the UFC.
Everything we've done to this point, when we feel like we're on the right side of the play, we lose.
Well, what you do is maybe sprinkle in a DJ and parlay on the Jets, like I just talked about, and then hedge with
a money
a
line,
bet on
money line Texas.
Houston.
It's not a bad idea.
And that way you either smash one or break even, or you make a little bit of money.
I'll tell you what, I am loving college football this year.
I am too, but I feel like this time of year for both college and NFL, it gets so much harder.
Well,
Right
yeah,
now,
everybody's
Yes.
everybody's dialed in.
Vegas is dialed in.
Yeah, it's
You know,
it's definitely
the
not
cream
getting
has risen
easier.
to the top.
Yeah.
You got SEC teams that are, they're going on their third and fourth game within the SEC. Brutal piece of their schedule. You just don't know week to week. I feel like if you want a betting strategy, at least for this year, take an SEC dog. Doesn't matter the line. Doesn't matter if they're playing Georgia. Doesn't matter Tennessee. Take the dogs are covering in the SEC.
there's a couple. Go ahead, Jacob.
Well, I saw the same thing for NFL. So crazy stat. They were like, if you're going to take a dog, take the money line. Don't take the spread because the spreads aren't hitting. Just take the money line. And the money lines the percentage was stupid.
How big of a dog though?
I don't know. I don't.
Yeah.
I saw it like a week ago.
Doesn't really
And
apply to
then,
all, but
and
Who
then
does Tennessee play
they
this
said
week?
take home teams. He said the home team spreads right now.
home
are-
dogs.
No, just home teams.
Tennessee plays Kentucky,
I think Kentucky has a chance to win that game outright, and they're getting like 16, right?
16.5. So we got a couple big matchups.
Ohio State.
Number 4 versus 3, Ohio State versus Penn State, which is weird. That game's at noon.
Yeah,
It's
I
a
would
weird-
think that
weird
would
time.
flex that.
And then you got Duke, Miami.
Duke is plus 20.5.
Yeah.
They haven't really been playing that
Look,
good.
Minnesota, who just waxed the Terps last weekend, are on the road against 24 ranked Illinois. Minnesota's a 3-point favorite.
I think Minnesota's definitely better than the record shows.
Yeah.
They've lost a couple close ones. Remember, or they beat USC earlier in the season.
Yeah.
But they're capable of winning.
Number 1, Oregon's playing at Michigan. 14.5-point favorite.
Minnesota's a road favorite.
I kind of like Oregon in that one, though.
I do too.
You know
I think Oregon's the real deal.
I think when you want to place a bet, you want to say what looks harder to win, and that to me looks like your average bettor's going to say Michigan. They just won the Natty last year. I'm going to take the 14.5 points.
Michigan.
I
has
feel like
that
take the
last year,
harder side on paper.
but they are going into the big house.
But it's not the same house.
It is not the same house. Oregon's going to score no matter what, and I can't see Michigan keeping up with that offense. I could be completely wrong, but
15
if I'm going to
and a half.
bet that game, it's going to be Oregon or nothing.
Look,
15.5.
I think one team I'm going to fade this week, Indiana. I think it's about time for a letdown spot. They're playing at Michigan State.
Yeah, that's a weird number too, right? 7.5
Yeah.
or 8.5.
7.5.
Michigan State's played tough too.
I know. We'll see where the line moves, but that's kind of what I'm thinking early.
I see 8 right now.
Yeah, 7.5 on here.
We'll see where it
If
moves.
it moves like 8.5, 9, I think that's definitely a Michigan State play for sure. I like South Carolina this weekend too. Plus 2.5 at home.
Texas A&M.
Yeah,
That line's a little weird,
a little fishy.
dude. Texas A&M fucking hooked us
Yes, they did.
last weekend.
Yes, they
Were you on Texas A&M?
Mhm.
crazy.
This
They were
line,
losing 17-7 at halftime.
Yeah.
And then they came out and put in the backup quarterback, and my boy threw 3 passes the whole second half, and they just ran down their throats with the RPOs.
if that guy plans on playing again though, like South Carolina, they've got the front 7 that
Gonna
can
stop
shut
that.
that down.
Yeah.
They got speed, they got size. This is a weird line too. Pittsburgh, or SMU. SMU 7.5-point favorites against 7-0 Pittsburgh.
Yeah, that's really weird.
You know who I also think upset alert? Florida. Florida,
They
Georgia.
won last week. Florida, Georgia.
Mm-hmm. Remember I said I like Florida? I think they're going to start playing better football.
You like the Gators?
They already have been.
Well, Florida State's on a bye. Otherwise, I would bet them.
You
Your
gotta
weekend's
stay.
ruined.
You gotta
If
stay.
Florida State
Not even gonna bet this weekend.
and the Jags are on a bye, Michael's gonna have a bad weekend.
What am I going to bet?
What's on the NFL slate?
Take a peek.
Cowboys are playing the Falcons. Give me Atlanta -3. Cowboys suck, dude. I mean, as much as they almost came back, they could have won that game on Sunday night. They had the ball with 3 minutes left to take the lead, and Dak just goes through, 4 and out, throws a pick or whatever he does. But
What, are the Commanders in a fade spot this week, you think, after, coming off that high?
big emotional
Giants
win.
at home, divisional game,
I don't know.
lines at 4.
It's hard to trust the
I
Giants.
think if that line moves to 3.5, maybe you take the Commanders.
I think they win by 14.
14. All right.
Giants win by 14.
Negative.
Commanders.
Yes.
Falcons, Cowboys. I think the play in that one's
Jaden's playing
the total.
lights out right now, bro. I'm not going to bet against him right now. He's got to have a terrible game for me to bet against him, bro.
Ravens. I think
Everybody's got to be on.
hammer the Ravens. I
Yeah.
think they come back, bounce back.
Yeah, they'll be coming back.
I don't know.
And
The
they-
Broncos are good.
But the line's still 9.
Bo Nix is
That's
playing very well,
suspicious.
man. I will give him that. He's
9 looks too easy.
He's controlling the game.
I like the Saints this week too. I mean, that's rock chalk. I think, everybody in America is going to like the Saints this
Yeah,
week. but
Derek Carr's coming back
Derek Carr coming back against
Yeah.
Bryce Young.
without a doubt.
Give me Bryce Young.
You can have him.
Bump that up to 11.5.
Hey,
Michael,
the
where'd you get
Panthers.
that- Where'd you get that watermelon?
The Panthers are the next
It's a little
closest.
baby
I don't know,
watermelon.
where'd you get it from? The kids' grocery store?
That's not. We're not.
We're
using
not.
that.
That's not what you use.
I hope
right?
you bought that for groceries.
Is there a kids grocery store? Is that such a thing?
I would assume so. You bought a kid's watermelon.
So this is what I was thinking.
Here we go.
The best time for Tony to do this punishment would be when we have to walk a lot, right? What are we doing tomorrow night?
It's tomorrow night.
You want me to wear it for Halloween?
Yeah, walk. Yeah, we're gonna all be walking for 3 hours. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna walk in this grocery store and see what they got. And that's all they had. And I said, this will do.
You know
So,
what?
Because it has to be a watermelon.
You know what?
because it has to be a watermelon.
Very.
I thought about getting 2. And you could,
Yeah.
In standard
Buble.
Michael practice, as we saw this weekend, standard Michael practice, I knew in my head, I was telling myself earlier, I was like,
He said self.
I think these fuckers are going to try to get me to walk with it during trick-or-treating. And I was like, it'll be funny if I dressed up in a costume and had that on or whatever it may be. But I was like, nah, they're not going to do that.
I wouldn't do that.
Don't
to you,
count your
Danny.
boy. Don't count your boy out.
Just like put it on you. Hey,
That was
remember
fucked up.
remember we're doing the beer mile this morning, right?
That
After
was-
you just
That is a
polished-
good idea, though.
You just polished off some fucking sausage
I like
and
that
gravy.
idea. And a Bloody Mary. It was not a good idea.
horrible wrestling.
It's not a good idea.
When
It's
were
the
you planning
worst
on
thing
doing
to
it?
eat. That's literally
didn't-
the worst thing you could
Hey,
eat and drink.
Honestly, I didn't bring it up because I really didn't want to do it. And then we started watching the Disney videos, and it was coming up to 1 o'clock. I was like, yeah, we're not going to do it.
So
And then Michael just hops up. He's like, oh, we got to go do the beer mile right now.
so I got plenty of footage. Right now, I have some stuff edited down, but it's fucking 10 minutes long. So I'm trying to speed it up in certain spots, but the commentary is so fucking good. I gotta keep it, It's like I don't want to speed through a lot of the commentary because you're getting chirped the entire time, especially when you're puking. That is epic.
getting chirped
When I
by
was
who?
when I was running with you and you were like, I'm gonna throw up. I'm gonna throw up. And I was like, oh no, don't do it. You got to He's like, I'm going. And you go off the path and you just start fucking yakking. And I'm like, oh my God, no way. No
I
way.
will say, if I would have had to bet how many times you would have puked, I would have lost that bet because I would have taken the under. That was quite a lot.
I was honestly surprised on that too. I really didn't think I was going to throw up that much. But as soon as I put that Oktoberfest down, as soon as I put it down and started running, I said,
Heavy.
I am no good. This is not good.
Sat right on the top
So
of your
you-
stomach.
I told my
less
I
than
said-
one lap.
I
You said it's
I said
it's
this is
cursed.
I
This
said
is not
this.
good.
I said I'm out.
It's not
I'm
good.
out. This,
I love
this is not gonna work.
You fucking quit.
I love how you tried
I
to
didn't quit. I wasn't.
You did
I didn't.
quit.
Time out.
No,
the feeling-
Time out.
dude.
You did.
I didn't know what I wanted to do.
You did.
I was.
Were you not walking across the field? I missed that in the footage. Were you not
I
walking
started
across the field?
I'm pretty sure he was also saying, I'm done. I'm done.
Yeah. That's pretty much.
Without a
That's
doubt.
what I was saying.
He was saying that after lap 2. He's
No,
like,
his first 4 laps, you were actually doing pretty good.
Dude,
you were on
I
pace.
was.
You were on pace.
Dude, it wasn't the running. And I haven't ran in a long fucking time, and it wasn't the running. Like, I was good. I could have kept doing that, and I thought I had it. I was like, man, when I stop to drink the beer or chug the beer, I'll get a little break, and I'll pick it back up. Yeah.
you had 30 seconds to take a break.
I thought I would have been good, but
Yeah, I
all
don't.
that beer sitting on top of sausage gravy and Bloody Mary was not ideal.
Something. This may be
Typical Michael
Very
fashion.
weird.
I know.
Just threw it right on you. He was waiting for you to
We
be
were
done.
we were rushing
I
out of
He
forgot.
that.
was waiting for you to start slicing that fucking biscuit up with gravy on it, and then waiting for you to finish and be like, "Hey, remember beer mile today? We're knocking it out."
And I even
Gotcha,
went back.
bitch.
I even went back for seconds. Dude. I went back for seconds.
He's fucking
Hey,
watching.
you're
you.
welcome.
He's watching you the whole time. Great content. Great content.
Jacob,
was fun.
Jacob, would you like a third plate of biscuits and gravy?
Don't get up. I got you.
Yeah, you rest.
Want another Bloody Mary?
I will say, at first, I was like, this is going to be kind of boring. It's going to be 10 minutes of watching Jacob run around a track.
pretty
That
funny.
was thoroughly entertaining for the
comical.
entire time.
Comical.
What really fucked me up was the kids following me, because then
Yeah.
I was
We
not.
tried to back him out of the
Well,
way.
and
They don't
then
listen.
and then it was fine, but then I was trying not to throw up because the kids were following me, and that made it worse.
So
Did you hold on?
that made
did
it
you,
worse.
Did you see when the kids were mocking you throwing up? Kinley
no, I didn't
and
see. They were
Atlas-
behind me.
Kinley
but
and Atlas. It was
believe
Kinley
me,
and Atlas, right?
I've heard about it.
They
4
were-
fucking times.
They were over there leaning over, acting like they were throwing up.
They were doing the movement with their body like.
and then you even like push it when you were pushing the kids out of the way. Kinley even did that to Atlas. She like kind of like pushed him out of the way, like you did. Like, get away from me! I'm throwing up, dude. It's funny as shit. Funny as shit.
I'm
I'd
surprised
like
we
to
didn't.
see y'all throwing up with fucking kids surrounded.
What's going
acting
on?
like you're acting
what's-
like they're throwing up right next to
Poking
you.
you with a stick.
Yeah,
I'm surprised we didn't end up on the Facebook page.
top tier parent moment.
What's going on at the
Definitely
park?
surprised we didn't make the fucking HOA page. That's for damn sure.
Dude, the last time I threw up though, did it. Like
The
that
last-
was all the sausage.
The last time
gravy.
was heavy. There's
That
going to be
was-
kids out there playing in that poor field, and they're going to see chunks of sausage and biscuit just out there, just eating. Fucking birds coming in, fucking,
dude, and that's what I was. So
right by the path too.
the first
Right
time,
by the
it was the first time first time I threw up, I was like, all right, that was all
That was
beer. That was all beer. I said, when is the sausage gravy coming? Because maybe I'll feel better. It didn't come until the fucking end. I was like,
Oh, you mean next to the golf cart?
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
It
Tony's got the camera right in my face.
And then the background music, another one bites the dust. Another one.
I can just imagine the chunky sausage coming back
Oh,
up.
dude.
Like,
Oh, dude, my
We got the-
nose, my
I
nose,
have the footage.
my nose was
I don't wanna
burning
see it.
so bad. It was coming out of my nose, my mouth. It was like,
we got the turkey bowl in 3 weeks. I might be afraid to
playing?
run
Are you
on
playing?
that field.
You playing?
I don't know.
I'm not playing.
Michael's definitely playing.
I don't know when do I work that day? I can't remember.
I'll play if y'all play, but
I can't remember if I work or not.
I
might
might
work
I
the
might
day.
play in this jersey and pretend I'm JD5 out there.
Should.
it's hard. It's hard when you're because putting the bird on in the morning and
There's
then
a
rushing
lot
out of the house. It's a lot. So
It's a good time though. There's a lot of
it
people
is
that
fun.
come out in the
Yeah, it
neighborhood.
is fun.
Yeah, it is.
I'm surprised they have.
Phase 1 and 2 been struggling.
Uh,
Struggled the last 2 years, right? Back to back losses.
I didn't play last
Yep.
year.
Phase 3 and 3, 4, and 5 or whatever it is.
Yeah. Yeah, they did good. Congrats. They suck.
Not this year.
Fuck them.
Suckers.
Dennis, you got to play.
No, I'm not playing.
Did you play last year?
I haven't played for a few. I played the first year we
Really?
moved in.
Who was
so
that?
4
Was it
years
you
ago.
out there last year? I know Michael was. Were you out there last year, Jacob?
I don't think we were here last year. No, we were here last year.
Can't remember. I know you
I don't
played.
Yeah, we've been going out of town the past few years.
I
This
skipped,
year, they're
I think
coming back.
Ashley worked, so I had the kids, so I did.
Yeah.
I skipped 2 years ago because I'm just so goddamn sore the next couple days.
I just don't want to go out there and I just imagine. I know this sounds like a sissy, but I'm like, if I pop my Achilles or tear my ACL or something,
Yeah, I'm
I'm, like,
done.
I'm gonna regret that.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Who didn't someone pop their Achilles? Was it this weekend or
This-
last weekend?
Deshaun.
Yeah.
this week. Oh,
last weekend.
Yeah, that
Deshaun
would-
Watson did.
the slow mo
Yeah.
video
Oh,
of
you can
that.
see it
Just
pop.
watch it.
Yeah, it was just
fucking
like Aaron
roll up.
Rodgers.
Oh,
Aaron Rodgers one was just like that.
That happened to my dad. Him and Lauren, we were younger, and they were at their old house, and they had a big front yard. And he was talking trash like he used to be fast. We're all laughing and making fun of him. He's like, "All right, fine, let's race."
Line it up.
Him and Lauren raced through the front yard, tore his Achilles,
No
had to
shit.
get surgery. He waited years to get it. He had like a knot on the back of his ankle for years. And then Vegas for my bachelor party.
is when he finally got.
Is that
that's
when he got it fixed?
His Achilles surgery.
Oh, you
Holy
can
smokes.
push off surgery. Like, is it
I didn't
painful to
think you
walk?
could do that for Achilles.
Yeah,
Jesus.
I mean, I guess it didn't pop like completely, but there was a knot on the back of his leg, so you can tell it probably popped a little bit, and like part of it started to heal to like
Ugh,
the heel bone.
it's probably even worse.
Yeah,
that's a no for me, dog.
Yeah, that's my biggest fear is either tearing like my ACL or like
Right.
that.
yeah.
That I mean, that would
That
definitely
puts you out for golf season. Like
Yeah.
I'm
crush me.
Some of those guys
Especially
out
for
there, dude,
recovery.
you got some of the dudes in the neighborhood play flag,
Yeah,
and they.
I mean
man,
that's
they,
cool.
No, it is,
That's
but
that's cool. I
they're
wish I
just-
could do that, but again, like for one, I don't have time to do that. I don't know how they have time to do that, but that's great that they find the time to do it. I wish I could.
They're just taking it a little more serious than
Neighborhood football.
yeah.
Yeah,
Then, I mean,
yeah. I mean, I'm glad it's competitive, but sometimes like when I was out there, it's like, yeah, we could be aggressive up to a certain. I'm not going to disrespect you. You're my neighbor. You know what I mean? It's not like I'm going to do anything like talking shit or anything like that. But it happens.
yeah.
You know, it happens.
You want some competitive juices start flowing, like
Yeah.
you start. Yeah, I'm good. Can't let Frank the Tank out. Be out there torn ACL, torn Achilles, still running routes.
10 beers deep, torn Achilles, and a loss.
Yeah,
Fuck.
exactly. Well, the first year I played, our team was
Yeah, y'all didn't do very
bad,
good.
dude.
Yeah.
And I was like, this
Smashed
is not
y'all.
fun. This is not fun at all.
Do you want a World Series update?
Yeah, what we got?
5-5.
Nice. Hell yeah.
Jason
Well, I'd
Tatum,
like
that
to
game
hear.
went into overtime. He's got like 40. Cruise past the line.
Oh, really?
My bet didn't win.
I'm telling you, y'all
Those
need
two-
to follow
those-
Cody Brown. That dude is legit.
I follow him. I got one
I'm
of
talking
his.
about like
I got one of his picks.
play his picks.
today.
Yeah, he's legit. Free too.
Yeah.
Can't beat it. He knows more than I do. Tell you that much.
He hit that tight end one, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. 25 to pay. Freaking $1,200 or
Yeah,
something.
that's-
I know. I know.
That Jags
I know
was
we
a no
said it.
sweat. The-
Oh, that was sweaty.
Hold on, did you see the end of it? I
It was
don't.
triple coverage.
You left, but did you see how the Jags ended that game?
Well, I needed that touchdown
Yeah.
as much as you did because I had Ingram and that went to Ingram.
Yeah. So after Jags tied it up, Packers had one long bob down the sideline to Jaden Reed. They got to like the 20-yard line, and then it was like a minute and a half, 2 minutes left on the clock. Dude ran up the middle the next play and got to the 5-yard line and fell on purpose.
Oh,
S-
no.
Got just past the first down marker,
Slid.
slid, and
To stop the clock.
so they could knee it 3 times and kick a field goal to win it.
You can say that cash, but you got lucky. Backdoor cover,
They all are lucky.
save points. Yeah.
I mean,
That was
Commanders
extra
Hail Mary, lucky. Was that
Oh
a dumb?
my
Was that
God.
was that a dumb bet?
That was beyond lucky.
Probably not. I mean, I don't know.
That's a once in a lifetime
Yeah.
win on that
That was insane.
last play of the game.
I've
That's
never
crazy.
seen that in my lifetime.
I just want to be lucky more than I'm unlucky, and I'll have more money in my
I'd rather
bank.
be lucky than good any day of the week.
Damn right. I will take it.
Well, we need to get our shit together for this week. We need a win.
I know.
We got
I know we said it
$40
last week, but we need a win. dude.
$40 left.
I have one. I have
should
one.
just-
I need
Listen,
to get my.
we
shit.
should just. I know Michael's 6 in a row, yada yada yada, all this shit. Dennis, you're doing pretty good. Me and Jacob struggling. Get that. But we need a big win.
I have one.
We
complaint.
need some good odds from everyone.
Now,
on
what's
this.
going to
We need
happen
a
this
good-
week? It's going to be y'all two that hit, and me and Michael are going to lose.
Nah, man, because we said that to Michael. We said he was going to stick his foot in his mouth. I mean, he's still chirping a little bit over here, but not as much as last week.
He's about to.
Not as much as last
He's
week.
about to chirp right now.
I know he is.
I'm not. This
That's why we're boxing him out right now. We're boxing him out. We're having a conversation. He can hold it for a minute.
This is for the better of the group. When we were putting in our Brolays through text, you were busy, correct? You were at work.
Yeah.
Remember? And
Yeah, I have no time to look at anything.
You have no time to look at anything.
No, I am.
So
It's like
I understand you're busy, and that was a bad time to do that. But you throwing out just whatever is not going to win long term. So I understand you were busy at that moment, but maybe research.
Don't be busy.
Before.
Well, here,
okay.
I feel you.
If I had the chance to do that, I would have.
What do you mean? You had the whole week.
What? Yeah.
you know how I know we were screwed when
I'm
Jake was
not
picking? He was
explaining.
asking me what the people's lines were.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just
yes.
walk it-
What's his
Yeah.
line?
Yeah.
If you don't like, you don't bet.
You don't know.
You don't know. Don't bet.
Don't pick it.
I don't think throwing out random bets because you're busy and is gonna win. I mean, if you say you need more time, then I would rather you just say that than just throw.
I
Something.
will-
Well, hold on.
I
Let's
will say-
hold on.
I will
know-
say
Wasn't my original pick Kareem Hunt?
over 66.5 or something like 67.5 or something like
60, and he did not get there.
He didn't.
I will say, Jacob, if you need a default, please make it be Kyron Williams. Just ask us.
Y'all were
throw
giving
out,
me
like,
shit
4 up
about
each
getting
pick
it in.
one.
Well,
What
he
the fuck?
was. He was.
What am I supposed to do?
that. What? I was?
You were like, stay with me, Jacob.
Oh, because he was in the text.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he was in it. You have to keep him focused, dude.
Yeah.
It's like you're the Adderall to
And
Jacob.
I had
hey,
when you
I'm
were
right
texting me-
here. You're in the group.
Tony's like, give me a
Now.
college and an NFL pick. He's like, all right, give me UCF. He's like, all right, now stay with me. I need an NFL pick.
Jacob
just-
because I was eating at work when I put the
Well, the thing is, I
And
was
I
sitting
was
at my
just looking at my
computer.
phone
I
for-
was sitting at my computer with that sheet up, so I was typing it in now because I was like, let me just do this now and I'll save it, and that way I could just post it as we're already putting our picks
Right.
in.
yeah.
Stay with me here, brother. Stay with me.
Which speaking of
Listen, we're trending in the right direction.
What was my
speaking of
I
that
don't
sheet,
remember
we
my
went
NFL pick.
what was our record in the sheet?
You picked over, and
I think we were 50%, around 50%, maybe a little bit higher.
Your NFL pick hit.
Let's see, I have it right here.
It was Jets, New England.
Yeah, so Michael.
Tony was the only one
Michael
that
went 2 out of 3. Dennis went 2 out of
In the
3.
NFL, yeah.
No, just all picks all together.
No, I'm talking to
Okay. Yep. Dennis went 2 out of 3. Jacob or myself went 1 out of 3. And then Jacob hit 1 out of 3.
Gonna need you guys to be better this
I
week.
did, I
boys.
did like.
Why are you looking at me?
I did
he
like
went
the
1
Jake.
for 3
I
too.
did-
Oh, I looked at him first. You were looking down.
We're just in line of sight. Is that what it is?
Well, like I said, the Houston one was just heartbreaking, bro.
You guys suck.
The Jordan Love, like I said, I didn't like the odds once you texted. Like that was disgusting for one, and I didn't like it. And of course, what happens when you bet stupid fucking odds like that? They get hurt,
That's the one that,
or
that's the
it's
one that
not,
doesn't hit.
or it's not as big as a lock as you
Yeah,
think it is. Yeah,
right.
fuck.
That was fucked up though.
I do like
Yeah.
that sheet though. How
Keeping track of it.
we have a Brolay, and then we also just
Yeah.
have picks we like
Yeah,
that we're betting too. Hey guys, if we don't win them, hey, sorry.
I didn't like it after Saturday.
If we don't win, we're losing money
better
of our
on
own.
Sunday.
So yeah.
I will do better at trying to get something in before then.
Well, today's
I'm
Wednesday.
always looking for
Today's Wednesday. Halloween is tomorrow. Y'all can finally go to Christmas after Halloween tomorrow.
I'm going to Florida after tomorrow.
Then you're going to Florida
Oh, that's right. Y'all
after
have to fly to
Halloween. Yeah.
It'll be a big week.
So
Big
we
couple
got to
weeks.
get on our bets next 2 days.
And to all you listeners, we will be not posting an episode next week because we will be in the trenches at
Your mom's
Disney
not
World.
happy.
We have a couple disgruntled followers, but
Maybe we'll record a clip with what we like.
yeah,
Just give you guys some kind
Yeah.
of update.
Yeah, we need
we'll do a
some
little something.
content. We
Yeah.
need some content.
we're gonna have to download a different app if we want a sports bet down there.
We'll have to look at what NFL teams frequent or what NFL players frequent Disney. We'll have to pound them. A little Disney parlay.
Sounds good to me.
Just
love
send
a
me
good
send me
sweat.
what y'all want me to put it in. I can use my DraftKings account if y'all want to put in bets.
You can't bet in Florida?
You can,
No.
but you have to do it. You can, but you have to download Hard Rock Bet.
Oh, really?
That's
Yeah.
that's the only one.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yep. So you got to do the whole thing. I mean, I haven't. You have to just transfer your money.
I thought you had to go there to make it. You can do it. Sports bet.
Yeah, you can do it on your
All
phone.
right.
Wow.
Well,
a game
hey,
changer.
I'm here. If y'all need me to put it in, seriously,
Well,
I'll
it's
put
going to
it
be a low stress week.
Right. My mom was like, "Why don't you just not bet? Not look at sports, not look at your phone." I'm like,
It's a good idea.
"Nah,
Am I not
Be with-
supposed to have
be
any
with the
fun,
family.
Mom?
nah."
There's nothing
Spend more time
more
with your family.
than I would love to be sweating it out at Disney.
walking
With you
around
guys.
or pissed, sitting by the fucking bathroom, taking your kids to the fucking bathroom for the 5th time, 6th time in 15 minutes.
All right, if I win this parlay, this will
bet.
pay for 2 rounds of beers.
God,
Perfect scenario is about 4 p.m. at Epcot. We're about 17 drinks in, and we got a 3:30 kick, and it's coming down to the wire
So we need to make some money
sweaty.
this weekend.
for sure.
Yeah, you
And
already
next
made money.
weekend.
That's it.
And
You
next-
made money.
No, I did. I'm talking about this weekend. I need more money.
Oh yeah,
The answer's more.
we always need more.
Fuck, the answer's more. Got Christmas coming up. Got my Christmas tree up. I need presents under it.
I think I'm gonna back the unit plays down for this weekend.
Yeah, dial it back a little bit.
Yeah,
Call it- you had a good week.
make this last
For now.
Don't ruin it.
For now.
Yeah,
A little $25 here.
That's
$25
nothing. A couple beers,
$1,200.
old fashioned margarita or two.
$1,200 here.
I know.
Yeah.
Worst thing that could happen to me is I lose a couple in a row, and I'm just like,
Fuck it.
fuck it.
No, you won't.
I'm just kidding. I won't. I'm not that dumb. Where am I?
Michael be in a bad mood all Disney.
It won't be. It won't be because of sports. It'll be because of the 12 meltdowns.
12.
Yeah.
I'll take the over.
at the first park.
Oh yeah.
At the airport.
Nah, it'll be good in the airport. Airplane. In the airplane.
Yeah.
Making sure that they're behaving.
Dude, River is a menace on the airplane.
Well, there
Does
you go.
not want to sit still. Like
There
it
you go.
is not good. He is not. He does not like watching an iPad, coloring, nothing. He just wants to be like up in the cockpit, walking down the aisle, like waving at people.
What do y'all do?
I let him walk down the aisle. Fuck it. I mean, I'm walking with him, but
Lauren
I
asked
get
me,
up,
Fucking
I get
walking
up and
around
walk-
the
I
plane
get up
the
and
whole
walk
time?
down the aisle. Yeah, I mean, whatever.
Lauren asked me, we
It's
got
better than him losing his shit on top of me.
I don't
like, in
think
the
that
seat.
the airplane is going to just let you walk around, brother.
Well, you know,
I don't
after,
know- I don't know if
when the
that's a thing.
seatbelt sign goes off or whatever.
Still, I don't think that they're just going to allow you to get up and walk around. It's like going to
I
the
mean,
bathroom.
that's-
You know what I mean?
We fly to Utah with him,
They will.
and that's a 4-hour flight.
They understand. Like you got to get up and get moving.
yeah, they get it, and they'll let you stand in the
usually,
back, too.
and usually the
That's
flight
where the
attendants
stars
are pretty good about it.
Oh yeah,
Like they're playing with the kids and stuff too. So
Well, it's
Hopefully,
only,
you have
it's
good
only-
flight attendants.
it's only a 2-hour
Yeah.
flight. You'll be all right. You'll make it.
nothing a couple airport beers can't fix.
hell,
Do you see that? I don't know what airport it's at, but they're trying to limit you. I don't know if it's like a federal law that they're trying to pass that they limit you on how many drinks you can have at a restaurant before your flight, or at a restaurant or something before.
They probably should, to be honest.
thought
Because
I-
if you get up in the air and you're acting all wild and doing stupid shit on the
Yeah.
plane, or you got to ground the plane, or you can't
Yeah.
take off, like that's just a nuisance.
But how can you tell somebody how much they can drink? Like,
well, you're not supposed to technically overserve anybody anyway,
Well, no shit.
but they
Like,
do. Like
yeah.
you've seen some videos from people in the airport that are just smashed,
Yeah,
or I've
smashed.
seen people
Yeah,
just
the
personally in the
flight's
airport.
delayed.
They've
or
been
something
drinking
like that.
all
Yeah.
day long.
Yeah, I mean, I get that if your flight's delayed. But
Yeah.
you
So I
got you got a 20-minute layover.
There's a
It's not-
fine line. I think you do have some responsibility as a bartender to be like, all right, like you catch a good buzz, but I can't get you stone cold hammered
Right.
before you go get on a 5-hour flight
Yeah,
where you drink more.
well, and if they ground the plane, like you're getting fined. Like you will get a bill.
specifically for you.
Yeah,
What
if
time
you're
is
if
the
you're the
flight?
cause of grounding a plane, you'll get fined.
Flights aren't at like 6:00 in the morning. I think they're 9, right? Something like that. 8, 9 o'clock.
Y'all leaving out first?
Sounds good.
What do you think, Jacob?
Sounds good.
Jacob, when y'all leaving?
Y'all's flight. Y'all's flight is at 7.
Is it that early?
Mhm.
Okay.
Because I'm
First flight out.
Remember y'all,
WI or
y'all were landing at like
DCA?
9:20 or something.
That's not bad.
9:30.
Back to Jacob's punishment. I did see him the day after walking with the family. I don't know how Cassidy talked him into that. Walking with the family, he was pushing the stroller, and you looked like you were absolutely hurting. I told Lauren when I got home, I was like, I saw Jacob. He did not look well.
Yeah, no, it was. That was a rough day. That was a rough next.
There
day.
was honestly,
I wasn't even like drunk or anything. I just my throat hurt, my nose hurt. Like
Stomach ass.
yeah,
there was part of me as I was watching you do it that was thinking to myself, could I do it? Like you know,
I'm gonna tell you,
you
right
made
now.
it. You made it look impossible. I'm like, could I do it?
I couldn't do it without puking. If when we say, can you do it? Like,
Oh really?
Did
I
you
don't
walk
think
back
I
to the
could.
house? You walk back to the house from Michael's?
No, I took the golf cart.
Oh, golf cart.
I don't think any of y'all.
Because I know Cassie and Amanda walked back. They
walked back.
walked back.
They had a day.
They did have a day.
Yeah.
They were out here doing TikToks.
Oh, yeah, they were having a day.
You know they're having a straight hangover, might as well carry it over kind of day. Doing out here doing TikToks, 100%.
Well, and Amanda pulled in round 6.
Mm.
And fell asleep on the couch.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
I'll tell you what.
She knew what she was doing.
Yeah.
I don't plan on having to draw from that jar for the rest of the season, so y'all won't be seeing the beer mile out of me.
I like that
good.
plan.
I like
Ditto.
I like that plan.
I like that.
I'm gonna get on board with that.
Yeah.
That's right. You still owe me dinner. Disney's a good spot.
Oh, there you go. Epcot.
Not a good spot for me. God, that's gonna be expensive.
Yeah.
You know what? Boathouse is one of my favorite restaurants.
Mm.
It's also one of the most expensive.
That is a great restaurant.
Fish tacos.
Oh no. They got stuffed lobster and shit like that.
That'll be the first meal we get.
The good stuff.
Lunch, baby. As soon as we get there.
What is that place called? That it's in. What's that little area?
Oh,
called?
Disney Springs.
Disney Springs. Yeah.
I love that place.
Yeah, that place is
It's
nice.
a vibe. Kicks off the trip perfectly.
That would be
Yeah.
a great spot if we ever went kid free and just bar hopped.
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
that dockside margarita, they are expensive as shit. It's a $25 margarita.
Yeah.
But that is one of the best margaritas I've ever had in my life.
It's a Disney staple.
It is.
You have to get it.
Gotta get it.
And it is. Honestly, Boathouse has phenomenal margaritas too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They got
That's
good
the one with the outside.
They have
they
an
have that
outside bar
thing, right?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, those margaritas are bad.
That's my favorite. One
They're
of my
also
favorite
like
restaurants in the world.
$25.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, look, at Disney, yeah.
That's cheap.
You gotta ask. You can't afford it. Shall we?
Let's wrap this up.
See y'all in 2 weeks.
Episode 13. Going to Disney next week.
Brolay out.
See ya.
Peace.